And so it's like, I don't want you to try to pick between two archetypes of a type of man. If you're a chill dude, if you don't like drama in your life, you're not out here cheating on women, you're not out here trying to be a womanizer, you're very direct, you let her know what it is from the beginning, you're honest. If that means you're predictable, that's what it is. That's what it has to be. The only type of women that you're going to scare off for being a stable man is unstable women. You don't want those women in your life in the first place. They add too much complication that you do not need, especially as a young man on your way up. You need focus, you need clarity, you need balance and composure. Those women who are attracted to these chaotic men who excite their emotions and all this other crap, those women are dysfunctional. Those women are going to be a cancer to your life. You need to vet those women out and avoid them. Once women realize that you are one of these types of men who are going to jump at her every command, you're going to cater to every wish that she could possibly have. Once she realizes that you're one of these types of men, she will place you in a category of being useful. One thing you'll hear me say occasionally is men operating outside of a useful frame. Men who seek to please women are men who are in a useful frame. And, you know, you shouldn't be out here dating chicks in the first place. I'm just going to keep it a buck. If you guys are not already romantically involved, there's no reason why you should be taking random chicks that you're meeting on these expensive dates. She's only going to use it for validation. You should not be the type of man that she knows that she can come to for financial assistance if she's not your wife, if she's not your girl, if she's not a business partner or a woman who's actually adding value to your life. There's just no reason for you to be doing it whatsoever. You will be used. The same way guys try to see how much play they can get from a girl without actually committing to her, the same way women see how much they can get out of a man without giving him play. It's basically just, it's reversed. It's reversing the roles, basically. They get validation from getting resources from a dude they're not genuinely romantically involved with. Men get validation from a woman that he's sleeping with that he's not giving his commitment to. That's just what it is. That's how it goes. And you don't ever want to find yourself on the wrong side of that. You do not want to be in a situation to where you're just dishing out money to chicks, you're paying her bills, you're taking her on dates, man. It's just goofy. Like, don't do this. I don't know why guys are still doing this stuff. And to guys who are wondering, how do I not be viewed as nice or whatever? I mean, obviously, there's really nothing you can do as far as how women perceive you. Women are going to perceive you the way they perceive you. There might be a few things that you can do to tweak their perception of you, but honestly, who cares what women think? You know, when it comes to who we are and the things that we're doing in life, why do you even care? Her opinion is not valuable at all. Anything that we do in this life, anything that we do for ourselves, is for ourselves. It's for our own gratification. It's for our own validation. We do things because we want to establish a legacy. We do these things because we want to be an example to younger men coming up. We don't do anything in this world for the pleasure of women. We don't do anything in this world for the satisfaction of women. We do things in this world for ourselves. And if she's a woman who wants to get on your program, the things you do for yourself, she's gonna want to be a part of that. That's just how it goes. I'm gonna go. You know, so it's like some girls, I mean, just they look at you, they're gonna place an assumption about you off rip. We do the same thing. That's just human nature. You know, obviously she never really know who you are until she gets to know you personally. But, you know, for me, I don't try to dress a certain way in order to give off a certain impression. I just don't. I know for a fact women are probably going to view me as a square. You know, I'm an educated man. I'm articulate. Those two things alone, women are going to view you as a square. She's going to immediately look at you as a potential mark. She's going to look at you as a potential guy who I can place in a useful frame. That's just what women do. But it's not about people's perception of you. It's about what you actually do. You know, reputation is what people think about you. Your character is who you actually are. And so you can't control the ways women feel about you or the assumptions women have about you. If you're an educated man who's articulate, she's going to look at you as a square. Plain and simple. Especially in my community. That's just how it goes, man. And so you don't have to, I got to talk with a little bit of slang. I got to come off as, I'm not going to do that shit. Like, you know, it just, you know, we don't care what her opinions are. We just don't. Not until she gets to the point where she's a wife. You know, that's the only time her opinions actually matter to me. Anytime before that, bro, it just doesn't, man. And I say that unapologetically. You know, people can get offended or mad. I don't really care. You know. I know the pressure of trying to give off this impression to try to get chicks. I know the pressure. Try to talk this way, walk this way, listen to this kind of music, dress this way. I mean, it's just, if that's not who you truly are, how can you even sustain that? You're basically just putting up an act. You're acting out a character, and there's no way, even if you do happen to quote unquote get the girl, how are you going to continue that? You can't sustain an act that you put up just to get a girl. The true nature, because once y'all live together, the true nature of who you are is going to begin to show. It just is. Man, I let myself be known from the beginning. I let her know who I am from the beginning. I let her know what my values are from the beginning. That's the only way that you're going to attract women who actually want to add value to your life. The only type of women who add value to a man's life is a woman who fully understands who that man is and accepts it and wants to be a part of it. Trying to put up an act to try to get a girl, bro, you're never going to attract women who actually genuinely like you and genuinely want to add value to your life. I'm telling you this right now. I don't care who tells you, act this way, do this, buy my course, you got to have game this, game that. If you are putting on an act, being something that you're not, you are never going to experience the blessing of a woman who genuinely wants to add value to your life. If that means you got to go years without chicks, so be it. Sometimes you got to go without, man. But if you show me a man that like always is trying to be what women want him to be, I'm gonna show you a man that's a slave. You're a slave to vagina. You're a slave to the box, man. You don't ever want to be a slave to anything. You don't want to be a slave to your possessions. You don't want to be a slave to these jobs. You don't want to be a slave to these relationships. You don't want to be a slave to any of these things. And a dude that's out here chasing chicks, trying to be what chicks want, oh, I got to buy this course because he told me how I can get more girls, you're a slave. You're an absolute slave. And you're going to remain a slave until you decide not to be. That's just how it goes, man. Until next time, like and subscribe.